Today is January 24th, 1933. The Chancellor is Adolf Hitler. He said he was going to end Germany's misery, that we will come out victorious. Well, too bad I can't see that now. I'm wearing the same uniform I had on last week. The boots, the pants, the jacket, the backpack. My family has no money, and the only thing I can do is go to school, do what they say, and survive another day. Reading Mein Kampf, I snuck my father's copy. Really, I've never seen a Jew either. I've never felt this way. I don't even remember what World War I was or even the ideas behind it. At that time, I was nothing but a child. How do I fit into this? What do I do?
It's 1933, and the first time I've gone to school, like really gone to school. In 1930, when I finally reached the age for my high school, my parents forced me to work. In 1932, when the first 5-year plan finished, my parents decided that it would be beneficial for me to go to vocational school and learn a better trade, like engineering. Ugh. Speaking of Ma and Pa, we got into an argument this morning because I was listening to jazz. Pa says it's nothing but Negro noise. Ma says it's an American attempt to introduce obscenities into Russian culture. Honestly, it's weird how since the beginning of Stalin's regime, jazz has just been censored and restricted. I snuck my brother's copy of Pravada. Why is Lenin such an important figure?
Today is March 3rd, 1933. Hitler is now president somehow. I read it in the newspaper. I can't believe it. He actually did it. The drab writing, insane, small man, he did it. Still have to go to class like any other day. I hate school. Feels like everyone is trying to sell me something, as if I climb up the stairs every day like I'm in prison. Is there no way out of this insanity? People who hysterically decide to vote for this man, a man they don't know, a man who isn't even German. Every day I feel like the teachers teach less and less, and the party rhetoric gets higher. I'm going through the motions, too afraid to tell my mother what is truly going on at school. They're too engulfed in their own feelings. I wonder what will happen to them now. Oh, thanks, Mom, for the lunch. Regardless, time to go to class. If you are wondering, not that we learn much anymore. Instead of learning about history, the only thing we taught is the glory of Germany over time. Anything that's ever going to work with Germany is the Jews fought. Next, I got biology, which is even worse. Instead of learning anything, they are tasked with the race and providing racial superiority of Germans with science. Even math class is ridiculous, full of Nazi propaganda. We get questions like, a bomb aircraft takeoff carries 12 dozen bombs, each weighing 10 kilos. Their aircraft takes off at Warsaw, the International Center of Jury. It bombs a town on
Going through the motions, and it's driving me a little bit insane. They tell us what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, where to go, what to say, how to say it. The only freedom I have is the time in between classes when I get the chance to read my favorite book that was recently banned. I guess it painted the communist revolution cynically, without the glory that all the books have nowadays. Just keep going, they tell me. Going, like the class struggle around me. I feel like I'm the only one that notices that the freedoms I was promised is kinda missing. The very principles that we fight for in the Komsomol meetings are the very thing that the society lacks. I hate this. I hate school. I hate the Komsomol, but I have to stay in school and the Komsomol to avoid the suspicion of my family. Oh look, more realist art. Oh look, another pamphlet. It never quite stops, does it? Will it ever? It feels as though every time I blink a new image is burned into the lids of my eyes. With each blink they're growing thinner and thinner, blocking out less and less of the things I try to shield myself from. Soon, all I will be able to see is what they want me to see. I'll just be like everyone else. Except it won't quite be the world, will it? It will be everything that Stalin wants me to see, and only that. My eyes will have been formally trained to see only the good, never the bad. Never the misfortune of yesterday, always the demoralizing evils of today. Those who work to expose this through their twisted art and motivational poetry are now far from their spheres of influence, away from their intended audiences, never to be heard from again. But then again, maybe that's the whole point of this. To keep us as brainwashed as possible so that we can only see the beauty in existing solely in the realist art and the utilitarian model. It just seems kinda crazy to me. I don't think I can follow this anymore. I just feel kinda trapped. Like I'm in some loop, never ending. Ugh.
Okay. Uh, okay. I've had enough of this. I can't deal with this anymore. The Nazi Party and the propaganda and Hitler are invading and poisoning every aspect of my life and my world. I told you before about this ridiculous farce of an education that's been in school lately. Every class is being twisted into something to prove German superiority. Well, it's getting worse. Now we're being groomed for war. And Thursday for it too. In science we learn about weapons and war engineering. In geography we learn about Lebensraum. At least I used to. Now because I'm a girl, I'm in a separate class. Classes teach me how to be a good mother or a wife, or how to use proper eugenics to find the perfect German husband. Questions to keep me in a domestic sphere. Well, you know what? No. I'm going to listen to my music. I'm going to drown you out. And for the love of God, you need to stop.
Dear Journal, I do not understand these people. Why do you keep telling me the same thing? I don't understand. They keep teaching me about, oh, Stalin this, Stalin that. It's good to be a rebel without being a rebel. What does that even mean? Just because I don't agree with your ideology doesn't mean that I'm necessarily a rebel. Maybe I'm a revolutionary. Maybe I'll start my own revolution. How about that? History class? They teach propaganda in every one of their lessons. And what's even worse is I know the teachers don't always agree with it. They just do it for the money, for their job.
At first, I was able to stay alone in my head. I used to tell myself over and over again that I refused to be like the other kids. I won't let the Nazis take me alive. I'm required to be a part of their politics. The pomp and the circumstance is really mesmerizing, so I'll just go through the motions again, I guess. I'll just climb up this mountain and I'll climb down and I'll be okay.
Dear Journal, I've given up. This is a battle I can't win. I promised myself I wouldn't let them take me alive. Well, they've taken everyone else. I guess it's my turn soon.
I can't take this anymore, so.
This is it. This is my last century. Goodbye.